He puts up the polls before people are even in the class. That's amazing. All right. Good morning. Good afternoon. It's morning somewhere. Thank you, Miss Isabel Flores, for always maintaining your cool green hair. Much appreciated. It looks awesome. Thank you, Jacob Duarte, for having that natural curls. I know you permit in the morning. That's cool. Eduardo Miranda, always player, just looking to talk shit to somebody at one point or another. He always keeping it real. All right, all right. Oh, Daniel Hernandez got the nice comb over right now. God damn, that's player. That's cool. That's cool. I'm gonna try to copy you. Just solid right there. My hair's too nappy, man. And Miss Castro, always mad at life. I don't know why, but she got it good. It's okay to smile. It's okay to smile. All right, Emily Hernandez always looking like she's watching YouTube instead of watching the thing. That's amazing. Carlos Cardena looking like he's older than me, more mature than me already. Kind of frustrated about that. All right, let's go little by little. I appreciate you guys. Thank you, Miss Diaz, Mr. Alvarado, Miss Martinez, Miss. Damn, I can't say her name. Huaragui. How do you say? Melanie. How do you say your last name?
Howdy,
How do we?
howdy.
Howdigi. Miss Howdigi. Beautiful name. I like it. All right, cool, cool. All right, Miss Diamond, you good? Mr. Marquez, the troublemaker of the class, always doing good because he's too smart for the class, so he's always getting in trouble. It's too easy for him. We gotta step his game up. All right, cool. If you guys could do the poll, it'd be highly appreciated. It should be up. I don't see it. If you guys don't see it, please let us know. That would be awesome if we could push the poll forward. Boom. All right, let's go. Where is the poll? Miss Finley's getting in the class. Awesome. She gets to actually work once in a while. Let's keep it going. All right. Boom, boom. All right. All right. Finish the poll in a timely manner and we could get it going. And I wish I could see where the hell the poll is on my end. All right. Cool, cool, cool. So we got five more people do the poll. We got 18 out of 23. So let's knock that out real quick. Highly appreciated. All right, Miss Raquel Cruz showing up late always, but still good. All right, boom, boom. All right, gonna be going. We're just missing a couple people on the poll. Just knock it out, and we'll be done, so we could continue. Today, we're gonna be talking about business communication. Not a very exciting thing, but it is important. Hold it how you hold yourself, how this, how that is important. All right. And we will start the show in just once.
All right. So while we're waiting for Pablo, I just want to remind everyone to please make sure that your cameras are turned on so that we can see your faces. And attendance points only go to those who are visible to the facilitator. If you're in the middle of any school activities or if you're experiencing any technical issues, please message YC staff Kim so that you can be marked excused. And if you are one of the alumni or student leaders, please make sure to put alumni or SL before your name, and for all of you, please make sure that you are using your full name as your Zoom display name so that we can mark your attendance properly. So that's all for the reminders. I am passing it back to Pablo. Thank you.
Great job, Basha. Awesome work. You made your money today. Sorry, Jose Prez. Question number one, how did you respond? Which do you think has the biggest impact on how others see you professionally? What's yours?
I put how you present yourself
And how come?
because I feel like if you present yourself like well, then you're like well spoken.
Yeah, that's good, good shit, good shit. All right, Ms. Diamond Viegas, question number 2. When introducing yourself or presenting your story, what's most challenging to you? Which one were you able to choose?
I put speaking clearly.
And why is speaking clearly important to you, Ms. Viegas?
Because I feel like uh the more you're able to speak clearly and know what you're talking about, uh it's like you shows that you're confident.
Yeah, well said. And then Mr. Luis Marquez, question number 3. What habit would help you feel more like a champion in school or work right now?
I put tailoring resumes and cover letters for opportunities.
And why?
Because I think when you have like a good resume that they understand, like they know more about you.
Yeah. All right, man. That's perfect. Well said, man. So I appreciate that. All right, appreciate you guys. And like always, we will start with the emotions wheels. When you do my class, you understand that this is how we go. Understanding your emotions, understanding how you are at the moment, every moment, and having understanding of that is important. So pick 3 emotions that you feel right now. Honesty is the best policy. If not, if you can't be real with me, if you want a little level of privacy to that, send it to me personally. But pick your 3 emotions that you're feeling right now. Like I could be, let's see, a little rushed. I am rushed. I'm busy. After this, I jump into another Zoom and another call and have a meeting later on. But overall, I'm happy. That would be my 3 emotions. So, what would be your 3 emotions? So pick the 3 that are real. Send it to me. And this also counts as participation and also player. All right. Thank you, Miss Chavez. Thank you, Tanako. Boom. All right. Thank you, Miss Castro. Appreciate you. Thank you, Mr. Prez, Miss Rodriguez, Mr. Miranda, Miss Cortez. Appreciate you guys. Bam, bam. All right, it's after lunch. Everyone, well, at least we got a couple calm people, a little tired, sleepy, bored. That's being real. Appreciate you guys. How we keep going forward. All right. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Oh, someone uses a bigger words. All right, cool. Appreciate you guys. All right. Cool, cool, cool. But like I always say, once we start the presentation, understanding our emotions is understanding how we succeed or how we struggle. If we're stressed out, trust me, life's just a little bit harder. And it's important to understand business communications. Business communications is the key to communication. Like Viega said, like you got to be able to communicate clearly. If you can't do that in a conversation, in a phone call, in a text message, in an email, in a resume. It's really important to understand that. That's going to affect how you function. That's going to affect how you move forward. But honestly, business communication is very important when you're starting out, and clear communication and adaptability is just as clutch and key. So we could go from there. And then we'll jump to the next slide. All right, last week we talked about personal accountability, building self awareness, consistency, and practicing accountability strengthens reliability. Yeah, we talked about last week. Let's go on this week. So the next slide. Learning objectives. If I could please have Ellen Rodriguez, may you please read the first bullet point?
Learn how professionals' presence, both in person and online, shapes others' perceptions and practice communicating confidence and clarity through posture, tone, pitch, and your digital footprint.
All right, thank you, Ms. Rodriguez. Could I please get Brianna Diaz? Could you read the second bullet point, please?
Explore best practices for email and text etiquette, including clarity, professionalism, timing, and proofreading to make strong impressions in school and work.
Yep, thank you so much. And if I could get Alexander Tinico, could you please read the third bullet point, please?
Learn or craft effective resumes and cover letters by highlighting skills and experiences, using strong language, and presenting information clearly and professionally.
Yep, that's how it goes. So that's how we move forward. This is very basic shit, but the understanding you guys see is this is very important. how I communicate on a Zoom, how I communicate on a meeting, how I communicate on a sales pitch is all about communicating clearly and having etiquette. Etiquette means a behavior that's proper for the situation. You know, there's etiquette to have in school, there's etiquette to have at home, there's etiquette to have with your friends. There's certain behavior norms that we society guides us in. But business and professional etiquette is always more formal, more respectful, more genuine. And that if you could match all those. So go to the second PowerPoint slide. All right. Your professional presence in person and online is huge. It is huge, you know? And it's really important for you to understand that. That's why I think we're going to jump to a quick video right here. And Basha, this will be the level 2 video. The 5 steps of building your personal brand you could feel good about. Right here, this is a little bit different because you as your person, professional presence in person and online is huge. Huge. First impressions, body language, it's huge. So you really got to consider that. But he breaks it down well, and then we'll continue with the slide once we're done.
Not, you have a personal brand. If I looked you up on Google and didn't find anything about you on the first page of results, that's your personal brand. If I found an out-of-date LinkedIn profile or a bunch of random social media posts, that too is your personal brand. People tend to think about a personal brand as bragging, self-promotion, and all about yourself. But it's actually something much more important. It's your reputation. In other words, it's how people perceive you. Your friends, colleagues, or the general public. And it's what people think about you when they hear your name, as well as what people say about you when you're not in the room. In our connected world, every single one of us has a personal brand, whether we like it or not. This is because whenever we engage with people both in person and online, that's every interaction or everything we post, upload, or comment on, we're creating a reputational narrative about ourselves. Your reputation is already out there. The question is, do you want to be the one who's driving and shaping the story, or do you want chance or algorithms to be doing it for you? I think most people would agree that they want to take control. And what this means is we need to make some very intentional decisions so our brand stays in our hands. Let me walk you through 5 key steps to building a strong personal brand in a way that feels good. First, you need to figure out what your goal is. Let's start by answering a foundational question. What do you want your personal brand to help you accomplish? Are you looking to change jobs or transition into a new industry and you need your brand to reflect a new skill set? Maybe you're looking to get a promotion at your current organization and you need everyone to know all the amazing things that you've accomplished in your career. Or maybe you're launching a new business and you want to build your brand around the products or services that you're offering. Whatever your goal is, write it down and make it specific so that you're working towards a clear outcome. Next, you'll want to get clear on what you want to be known for. In other words, how do you want people to describe you as a professional? Start by answering the question, so what do you do? And I'm not just talking about your job title. Are you a teacher who focuses on social and emotional learning? Or maybe you're a project manager who is reliable and always gets things done on time. Or maybe you're an artist who makes beautiful ceramic pots from natural materials. What you want to do is dig deeper into the what, how, and why behind your work so you can make it concrete and easy to remember. Just make sure to lead with something that doesn't cause confusion. For example, I once coached someone who called herself a deaf midwife, which no one understood. But when she started introducing herself as a grief counselor who works with families during a time of loss, all of a sudden, everyone got it. If you're stumped, think about how you can stand out from the crowd in your industry. What are the things that make you unique? Are there specific talents and expertise that you've acquired in your career? What do you know more about than most people? Sit down and make a list, and you might start to surprise yourself about all the things you know. Now, let's think about the audience you want to share your personal brand with. The reality is, your personal brand is not about you. It's about the people you want to educate with the skills, knowledge, and value you can provide. Who you decide to focus on should be based on 2 things: the goal of your personal brand and the people who can best benefit from your unique talents and skills. So spend some time thinking about these 2 questions. Who can most gain from what you have to share? And how exactly can you see yourself helping them? Here's where it all starts to come together. Let's pull all your answers into a single mission statement that describes who you are, what you do, who you do it for, and the transformation you can create in people's lives. Let's take the example of the teacher. My name is Alma, and I'm a 3rd grade teacher who specializes in social and emotional learning. I work with students to teach them the skills for fostering empathy and compassion so they can thrive and contribute to a more caring world. Let's take the project manager. My name is Jennifer, and I'm a project manager for a sustainable fashion company. I work with teams across different departments to plan, organize, and direct innovative marketing campaigns that engage customers while also increasing brand loyalty. Mission statements are going to look wildly different depending on who you are in your career. But whatever your mission statement is, write it down and put it somewhere prominent. You can use it to make decisions about how you speak about yourself when you first meet someone to the communities you want to share it with. Let's start building your personal brand online. There are 2 key personal branding assets you should think about developing: a personal website and social media. What's so important about a personal website is that it allows you to take full control over your online reputation. It offers the most flexibility in sharing your brand and value to others in a much deeper way than a resume or LinkedIn profile. People want to work with others they like, know, and trust, and your personal website provides you an opportunity to share more about your personality through photos, as well as more about your career and life story. This, in turn, will differentiate you from others in your industry. Social media is also a great way to share your personal brand with the audience you're looking to connect with. However, I suggest trying not to be on every platform. Pick one that aligns with your goals, as well as where your audience spends most of its time. If you're an artist or creative, Instagram is a great fit. If you work in a more corporate environment, LinkedIn is the place you want to be. When posting, focus on being helpful to others. Share interesting articles relevant to your industry, post ideas or opinions that can benefit colleagues, and like or comment on posts shared by the people you follow. The key is to always engage in a way that both reinforces your personal brand while also bringing value to others. Look, I know this may all sound a bit intimidating, but try to think of this branding process as an opportunity for personal growth. It's your chance to dig deeper into who you truly are and who you want to become. This, in turn, will provide you the clarity you need on how you can make your greatest impact in the world.
All right, cool. He just broke it down in great detail of the presence that you give and the options that you could give through what social medias, what body language, how to email. But the thing is, we're right here. Like, we're going to go back to the first impressions always stick. Your body language, your attitude, are you nonchalant? Are you confident? Are you overconfident? Are you arrogant? People look at your posture, your eye contact, your tone, your attitude. So it's very important to consider those things. Dress and demeanor. Dress neatly and be polite. I'm not saying go in a suited and booted. If you can, do it. But go dress clean, organized, clothes that fit you, not too tight, not too baggy, fits you right. Personal pitch. All you guys need to develop a personal pitch. Who are you? And how do you address yourself? How do you introduce yourself clearly? And professional digital footprint. LinkedIn's huge. I don't like LinkedIn, but I know the value of LinkedIn. So I've been working on my LinkedIn a lot recently. And because they've posted certain articles and stuff about me. So I have to have a professional LinkedIn when they approach me. I have to post certain things that are relevant. I have to start. But my goal is to not need LinkedIn, become successful enough that I could say F you to LinkedIn and social media. And right here, this is important for your generation. Social media tells a story. Employers check your profiles. And anyway, everybody who has access to your profile, please put it private. Please have a professional or overall have it private. And if you don't, be careful what you post. If I look at your LinkedIn, within 15 seconds, I already could make a judgment of who you are. Are you interesting? Are you boring? Are you asshole? Are you fake? Are you real? Are you not that? That's so easy. For you, social media is very important to protect yourself and maintain a very professional presence in person and online. Those are things to consider and to always view the options. So it's very important. But we'll go on to the next slide. All right, this is a little quick one. Well, no, it's actually going to take a little. Write out your 30-second about me. Who are you clearly? If you're going to tell me in 30 seconds, who are you, write it out. What do you want others to know about who you are and what you stand for? So write out your 30-second about me in the chat and also copy it into the workbook. What do you want others to know about who you are and what you stand for? I'll give you 3 minutes for this because it's 30-second typing or story. All right, start putting it in the chat. Remember, it's important to forward it on the workbook and in the chat also for attendance purposes. And make sure you guys get paid. It's highly important also for that. So I'm actually gonna, let's start with Miss Rochelle Cruz, alumni. I would like to see now that she's more experienced, or if she's even awake, to see if she's could give me her opinion. Right? What's her 30 seconds about? So Raquel, let me know.
So for me, I think in my 30 seconds, I would say a little bit about my background. So I'm a person from Boyle Heights, and I am currently a third year at UCLA, majoring in biology. I'm pre-med, and I'm hoping to get into public health or maybe even into healthcare management. So that's what I would aim to do. And I want others to know that part of the reason why I'm looking into the career that I'm looking into is because I want to get to like work with other families and help lower income communities like mine. And so that's what I'm striving for.
All right, cool. No, that was pretty straight to the point, and that is no. Thank you so much, and that was well said and well that. And remember, you guys have to include it in the chat. You will not get credit. I'm not the one who keeps charge of that, but Kim is the one who keeps charge of that. So everything that you ask has to be put in the chat. So don't have Kim take credit from you for guys showing up and being in person. Uh, Kayla Cruz, what's your opinion and why? Since you get the luxury to be at home.
I put like I'm a positive person, and like if I'm to face a challenge, like I think I can overcome it, like no matter what.
All right, cool. Thank you. Sophie Collin, what's your opinion and why?
I think I also put that I like to look at the bright side of things, and whenever bad things happen, I try to think of a solution. And I think overall, I'm I'm very open with my friends. So whenever I have a problem, I go to them, or if they have a problem, they come to me. And I think that's most my personality is I'm very social.
All right, cool. Thank you so much. Miss Emily Hernandez, what's your opinion and why? Tell me about you in 30 seconds.
I said that my name is Emily Hernandez. I'm 18 years old and a senior in high school. My plan for after high school is to go to college and earn a bachelor's degree so I can become a registered nurse because I want to work in the operating room. And,
All
yeah.
right, cool. And what school are you trying to head to? Because UCLA has a good medical school.
Well, I was gonna go to Harvard College for 2 years and then after transfer to West Coast University.
All right, cool. You already got your plan. That's a great career. I have a lot of friends who are registered nurses, RNs, and some of them that went from RNs to nurse practitioner. It's fucking cool ass career. All right, Miss Castro, what's your 30 seconds and why? Miss Castro, when you get a chance, I would appreciate your answer.
I put that I just put my name and then said like my age and all that.
All right, cool. And then, all right, we know your name. We know you're a cool human. I've had the ability to talk to. But I'll just ask you the last part of it. So what do you stand for? There's no wrong answer here.
I don't know.
That's an honest answer. I'll come back to you on another one. I'll let you slide this one. Thank you though for answering. And then Carlos Cardenas, what's your 30 seconds about?
I put that I'm a peaceful, friendly guy, and that I believe in in peace and like justice and equality, and that I'm somewhat social, but mainly quiet, and I try to be professional or mature with a lot of things, and
Man,
that's it.
well written, man. Congratulations. That was a great overview. I appreciate that. All right, cool, cool. So we're gonna jump to the next question. So email and text etiquette. This is good to understand, and this is good to consider. When you in a text, when it's a formal setting, and an email, you always start good afternoon, good evening, good morning. That's always huge. Be clear and concise. That's easy. Be clear and concise. Be straight to the point. Don't beat around the bush in that. Know when to text and when to email. Like me, I prefer emails. If I don't know you, if I'm not friends with you, if I don't tell you to text me, we're not gonna be texting. We're gonna email. If it's a professional contact, you could email me at my email. But once I open the door up, because emailing is, I'm slow at that. I prefer text. It's a much more personal, instant connection. Like even through youth champions, when Basha needs something, immediately response. She knows she could text me because I'm not gonna respond to her email in a timely manner. But that's it. And then always follow up respectfully. Every time that you email someone, have a text conversation, follow up with respect, be kind, be generous. And a lot of you guys are going to be accustomed in a good way or in a bad way to AI, a lot of it. Use ChatGPT, Claude, Perplexity, all the other ones to write your emails, write your text, proofread it, put your bullet points, have it write it, proofread before you send. It's anyone here, Kim or Basha, or even I'm sure Miss Cruz, can know when you're getting an email and it's AI, when you're getting a text or you're getting a message and it's artificial intelligence. Proofread it, make it you, make it yours, and make it sure it's clear and concise. So it's very important to always consider that. So we'll go to the next slide. All right, online workbook present. This again, 3 minutes, and then I'll call on the individuals to give me your opinion. Write a short professional email to a supervisor or a teacher requesting a meeting or a clarification. Then review it for tone, grammar, and clarity. You get 3 minutes to write it, and I'm gonna call out randomly, and then you're gonna read it out to me since you guys are having difficulty copy pasting it into the chat. All right, you got 3 minutes from now. All right. So Nayeli Martinez, could you give me your opinion, please? You always have a good outlook.
You want me to just read out what I wrote?
Yeah. If you don't have it memorized, by all means. Thank you.
I wrote, "Good afternoon. This is Nayeli Martinez, your student. I am reaching out to discuss your availability for a one-to-one meeting. I needed some extra support, and I would appreciate if you took the time to mentor me." Yeah, that's pretty much it.
And how did you end your email?
Oh, well, best regards, and then my name.
All right, cool. And then who wrote that for you?
Me.
All right, cool. No, it's well written. I'm just asking a question. I know you do well,
Okay.
So you wrote that. And what made you write it like that? What motivated you to write it like that? 'Cause that's actually well written, even if you didn't finish it with regards, me.
Well, I usually try to write like that. I'm like, it's not really. I think I was just kind of taught that way. I wasn't. It's not like I learned it now that I'm older.
So that's just the way you communicate, at least in the digital realm. Very formal and very respectful.
Yes, especially with adults. I do know how to communicate with them, but it's just kind of a given to me. It's not really like I did anything to prepare or learn for it.
No. Well done.
Thank you.
Well done. Awesome. Thank you so much. Miss Isabel Flores, what would be your opinion and why? Or what would be your email and why?
I put hi and then like teacher's name or whoever I was talking to. I hope you're having a good week. I was working on an assignment for your class and was wondering if you could clarify something for me. I'd put like what I was confused about. And then if you could help me clarify, thank you for your time and help. And then best regards is my name.
All right, cool. And well, why do you think that's? From my opinion, it's over a solid email, and obviously there's the gaps of what you would put in. But where'd you get the outline from?
I had like an internship and we had to go to a workshops and part of the workshop was like writing professional emails.
Okay. No, that's awesome. That's cool. So it worked. That workshop worked. All right. Thank you, Miss Flores. And if I could get James Calderon, what's your opinion and why?
Chill. What I put was dear and then teacher. I hope we're doing well today. I'm simply writing to make a request if we can have a short meeting. And I put please get back to me when available. Sincerely, my name.
All right, cool. And who showed you how to write an email?
My eighth grade teacher.
Really? Your eighth grade teacher?
Yeah, it was. I forgot what it was for, but it was just to be formal.
Straight to the point, man. Good shit, man. Appreciate you, James. All right, cool. So they three people gave you three different opinions of how to write an email. James was very straight to the point. Isabel made a template pretty much. Hey, to whoever it is, and give you here's the example or what you would be arguing and stuff like that. So which is cool. And then Miss Martinez really put a solid email, like the whole picture together. Conciseness, respectfulness, and very professional. And you always have to provide that professionalism when you're doing it. And that level of professionalism is the level of profession that should be expected. She really set the bar high because she writes better emails than me. Uh, but I use certain algorithms to use it, but emailing is huge. I'm in constant emailing with attorneys from the district attorney's office, public defenders, attorney generals, and I have to fluff the boat. I have to be very respectful until once you get comfortable and stuff. You have to fluff the boat, be very respectful, kind, but at the same time, you have to stay genuine. You can't just do whatever you want and live however you want. You want to be genuine. You want to be real. You want to be really respectful. You want to err on the side of caution and kindness, then err on the side of friendliness. We might misinterpret it. I've done it before. But great examples. I do appreciate you guys. So we'll jump on to the next slide. All right, resumes and cover letters. Telling your story professionally. This is huge right here. Like I'm sure Ms. Flores and Ms. Martinez have been in different internships or positions to understand. Resume is a snapshot of who you are. It's not the whole story. I have a master resume that has all this fucking shit I've done. It's more like a portfolio, and I have a portfolio of the technical programs and the things I've accomplished. But when I do a resume for a certain job, I don't include everything. I include what's relevant to that job. So it's just a snapshot. Use action verbs, use certain things to make you go forward. And then, like I said, I have a master resume that has everything. I tailor to every job opportunity. Now I'm in a position that I don't apply for jobs, but it wasn't a position. I always update my resume. I have to update my LinkedIn. I have to update certain things to maintain it ready. So when I do, I could fine tune it. And the cover letter is very easy. It's now this is where you get personal with. Hey, this is your company. This is why I personally want to work with them. And those cover letters, if you include details of why you want to work to them, it'll stand out huge. Like, I want to work for your company because of ABC, because I grew up with it. I love the company. I want to be a part of it. I see growth. I want whatever. This is where you get personal and you get really intimate with it. So it's very important to consider that. And when you're considering those things, it's really interesting. And then again, proofread and format professionally. Right now, you could write everything out, and fortunately, we could have AI proofread it for us. But we have to read it. And right now, I'm gonna give you every time you turn in a resume, it 90% of the time it does not touch a human's hand. It goes through a filter and software. You could say AI, but it goes through a software that looks at certain keywords, and it's called ATS, Automatic Transcriber Software. This automatically reads it and looks for keywords. Doesn't read that you're an awesome person, doesn't read this. No, it reads if you want to be a data analyst, what projects are you doing? What projects are you data wrangling, parsing? What are you doing? If you want to be a nurse, your resume is like, what do you have as a nurse to you register emergency nurse, maternity, NICU unit. They want to know those certain things, and it's very important. So, and I like someone says applicant tracking system software used by employers to manage the hiring process. So right now, you guys have to get on that. If you don't get on that, your job opportunities right now are going to be a little harder. And I'm gonna show you a quick video, and he's gonna break down like in a really efficient way how to how to look at your email. Let me put full page, and then here we go. So a quick little 2-minute video. See? And shit, and got no volume. What?
Here's how to create the perfect resume in 3 minutes that will maximize your chances of landing a job. Start with a nice professional template. This one is free down in the description. Next, find a job posting that you're interested in, like this one, and we're going to paste it into ChatGPT along with this prompt that you see here. Now, ChatGPT has given us some great keywords that we can add to our resume. As you can see, I've done so here and here. These keywords in our resume is going to be really important for them. It's the automated ATS scanners that are looking at our resumes, as well as getting the recruiters and hiring managers excited about bringing us in for an interview. So we're quickly going to do this title piece of here to give ourselves a nice, strong professional brand. So what you want to do is get as close to the actual job title you're targeting as makes sense based on your experience. We're trying to get close. Now, for the professional summary, I have a formula for you to follow. So first, we're going to lay out our job title, years of experience, and what industry you are experienced in. Then we will share 3 of our best skills. Then we will share one of our accomplishments. And then finally, this is just a nice little bonus one I like to add in. You like an official summary will then look something like this. Now that we have our branding completely finished, let's move on to the professional experience. Start with these job overviews, which are super simple to put together. Here's the formula. We're just going to share how we got into the role, a little bit about the company that we work for, and some high level responsibilities. Once the hiring manager has read all this, they're going to be ready to see how impressive all your bullet points are. Now, when we're deciding what to write in our bullet points, we want to focus on accomplishments. The best way to do this is to look back at these key skills that we included from the job description, write stories in our bullet points about times we use these skills successfully. Here are some great examples of bullet points, and as you'll see, they all include action verbs, specific details, numbers, and results. Once you have your experience in place, feel free to fill out, of course, your education, and you can add other sections including awards, certifications, training, languages, whatever else you need to share. For more in-depth resume writing help, check out my free resume writing course here.
Imagine being able to build an app. All right, as we go on to that breaks it down in 2 minutes. And that's probably like the best 2 minutes if you actually focus on his video. He breaks it down and he explains the ATS system. You have to game, well, I don't want to say it like that, but yeah, you have to game the system. You have to know what words to use. And guess what? We're using AIs to hit on AI. So it is what it is. We gotta get with the times or we will fall behind. You guys are all uniquely intelligent, great humans, but you got to know how to use technology to benefit you, and at least at first, and then it just becomes a little bit easier, little by little. But we will go to the next slide. All right. So third question, think of one job, internship, or opportunity you'd like to apply for. What skills, experience, or personal qualities would you highlight to stand out? Again, think of one job, internship, or opportunities you'd like to apply for. What skills and experiences or personal qualities would you highlight to stand out? All right, we'll give you 2 minutes for this. Cool. Let's see. We will start with, let's see who hasn't. Jacob Duarte, what's your opinion and why?
I didn't really put anything. I didn't like figure it out.
All right, cool, cool. So don't worry, we can work through this together. So what's one job that you would like to apply for?
Uh, Probably like a fast food place since like earns good money somewhat.
Yeah, yeah. And then what kind of skills do you think you need to be at a fast food place?
Probably like cleaning, cooking.
Yeah. And then what's one personal quality that you think would benefit you?
Uh,
You
uh,
could be charismatic. What else outside of charismatic?
I don't know.
Just one. It's easy. I got you. You got it.
Uh, I don't know.
All right, I'll get you. I'm gonna let you slide this one. All right. If I could get Eduardo Miranda, what's your opinion and why?
I put a real estate agent, and the skills I need to be, or the skills I need is to be able to sell land or houses.
Yep. And so what skills is that? All right, sales is one of them, right? But
Yeah,
what? Let's break down sales. Well, what is sales then?
they have to be friendly to people, like show them like the benefits of it.
Yep. And also, sales is all about communicating. Exactly how we talked about email, proper emails, texting, calling. The business communication's huge. I got a lot of friends in real estate, and personality is huge. So it's a great business, man. I hope you do try it. Anthony Nagarete, what's your opinion and why?
Uh, I wrote down I like to apply to Little Caesars. My skills to highlight is that I am adaptable, a quick learner, and I'm good at communicating with others.
Yep, that's straight to the point, man. Thank you, Anthony. Great job. And we'll go to the next slide. All right, next class, we are exploring your natural strengths. Learn about the Kobe intro, which measure natural instincts and unique strengths. Discover how these strength action modes to boost confidence, teamwork, and performance. Emphasize collaboration across different action models for success in school, relationship, and careers. This is things we're gonna be. We'll be watching one last quick video to reinforce the ability to that we need business etiquette and professional. Watch a kind more of a formal training video. It's about 4 minutes long, and we'll knock that out. That'll be the last before we finish up with the class for today. But we're focusing on business etiquette and professionalism. If you build that, life gets a little bit easier. You understand the basics of it, and a lot of you guys already have the basic tools, so you guys can learn from each other. So it's important to consider those points. So once the
Hi, my name is Angela Kegler, and I'm going to be the instructor for the following course. You may be wondering to yourself, what does she know about this course? Well, allow me to share with you that I do have a PhD in organizational development, and I have several years' experience leading organizations. So that gives me the unique opportunity to share with you that I have both the academic experience, having sat in your shoes in classes, watching instruction on the content that you're about to learn. On the other hand, I've also led organizations, which gives me the practice or the practical experience of seeing this firsthand in organizations. With that scholar practitioner experience, I'd like to deliver the content to you so that you can take this and turn it into something that you can use in your workplace. I hope you enjoy the class and you learn a tremendous amount. Happy learning. Business etiquette refers to the standards or guidelines that determine what constitutes good manners and professional behavior in the workplace. The basic rules of business etiquette might not be spelled out explicitly, but they determine what people around you expect and consider appropriate given your position in an organization. Business etiquette isn't static. Expectations about how business people should dress and behave change with the times as prevailing social norms and conditions change. The industry individuals work in generally affects the way they're expected to dress, speak, and behave. The rules of business etiquette also differ from one organization to another. Applying the rules of business etiquette in a manner appropriate to your position will enable you to present yourself as a polished professional and polite manner. Over time, this can help you to develop a good reputation and advance your career. Professionalism is something that's defined by certain standards or expectations. What's considered to be professional in one workplace culture or in an industry, organization, or division may be considered completely unprofessional in another. This is because your professionalism is judged on existing social norms for appropriate communication, image, competence, and demeanor in given contexts. Being professional requires that you be mindful of your surroundings and how your behavior may impact others. It involves considering others and how your words and actions affect them, and then you'll have to adjust your behavior accordingly. Good manners are as important within working environments as they are outside of them. Saying please and thank you goes a long way, although there's more to it than that. Manners are just as important in today's fast-paced age as they ever were. Most individuals never mean to offend others, but bad manners can ruin work relationships and create unhealthy environments. To be professional and avoid damaging working relationships, you should endeavor to understand and respect others' needs. You also need to meet their expectations about what constitutes appropriate behavior. 90% of unhappy customers don't complain. Think about 9 out of 10 customers who are unhappy with the service they received don't take the time to show you, but 91% of them will never do business with your organization again. An average unhappy customer tells 9 other people, but 13% of unhappy customers tell 20. Imagine your own circle of influence. If one person was unhappy and told 20 of your other circle of influence individuals, imagine how difficult it would be to rally those 20 back to do business with you. The costs of poor etiquette are significant. And so to understand how to ensure that your customers are happy, it's important to find out how to practice good etiquette. There are lots of articles, journals, periodicals out there that talk about the costs of poor etiquette, and there's a tremendous amount of research that talks about poor etiquette. Understanding that good manners are just simply cost effective. And business etiquette is about building strong relationships. Rudeness is a relationship killer. You can look at guides such as the Complete Guide to Executive Manners or the Etiquette Advantage in Business, just as a few to understand and learn more about tips and tricks on how to practice great etiquette.
All right, that was a very formal video, but that's why I just want to reinforce the formality of it. So we'll go to the next slide. All right, this is your last 90 seconds to finish up your workbook. Take a screenshot, send it to Miss Finley. I want you guys to get paid. One of you guys did not turn it in last week. I'm not sure why. And let's see who it was. I forgot. Yeah, almost all you guys turned in except one. So I just, take advantage of right now. And the one who turned it in was also a student leader. That's a trip. Make sure for everyone to turn in their work. If not, make sure that we are keeping track that you're turning in your work also. So if one of you guys haven't turned it in, so we need to verify and double check. So 90 seconds. All right. All right. Your workbook is due. I would prefer you guys to turn it in today, but it's due Friday by 5. Screenshot it, send it to Miss Finley, take care of business, get paid. If not, there's no point for you guys to keep showing up if you're not going to do it and make money. Ignite series, we're having Emily Hayden and Austin Cole Curry. I wish you would have a picture and more information on the announcements. I personally don't know who they are, but they are usually get vetted and they might be really interesting. But at the end of the day, it's a Zoom meeting for 1 hour from home. Easy way to get points if you didn't go to a field trip and guarantee you get the $500. RSVP next Friday. Interest form. If do you know anyone who's interested is now for the next year, please forward them that and they will be on the website and forward them the information. That would be awesome. And then also our next field trip, RSVP deadline not this Friday, next Friday, April 3rd, but it's the last field trip. So take advantage of it. Take advantage of it. Take advantage of it. So that would be awesome. It's on April 12th. It's a network event. This is the real deal where you can meet people from all walks of life. You want to be in the medical field, there's people in the medical field. You want to be in the tech field, there's people in the tech field. You want to be people in businesses, contractors, construction, real estate. There's a gang of real estate dudes there, gang of business owners, gang of CEOs. So take advantage of some actors from this. So please take advantage of it. And outside of that, you know what? I just found out that um everyone turned in their homework. So because everyone turned in the homework, take these 2 minutes to relax, get ready for your next class, get ready for that. I do appreciate you guys. If you guys have any questions, please stay behind and let us know. If not, enjoy your guys' afternoon. Have a blessed day and evening.
Thank you so much, Pablo. Thank you, everyone, for attending.
All right. Let's get this show on the road. If you have any questions, please stay behind. If not, please kick rocks in a kindly manner.
Luis, they have